Um, should work. Let's see. Wow, 120 participants. That's good. That's really good. Um, so the reason why we wanted to have this webinar because it's only members on the call. By the way, it's like it's no new prospects or anything like that. It's only existing members of the group, and we've all been following the newsletter very in depth, and there is so many questions coming up. So I would like some of the leaders also to ask just a few questions here that they've been discussing here before. But it would be great for us to hear where BitClub are at the moment and what will happen, in the close future and stuff, because we know that there is so much things going on and there's a lot of questions right now. And I guess that you've been sitting with this now for the last couple of weeks and just answering a bunch of questions. So
I mean, so I don't know where to begin. We've paid for over 2,000 petahash, but we only have like 500 showing. And we're not going to buy more from the people that haven't hooked up with that were going to hook up in the first place. Makes sense. So we're ready to buy more, but we need to get installed first what's supposed to be installed. And I don't think it's appropriate to give an hour-long monologue on what's happened and all the excuses I've been told and all the things and pointing fingers, because I don't think that's going to help. But I think the one thing that is very important, because I think everybody that's in your group on this call right now, I'm pretty sure everybody's a network marketer, correct? Okay, so I've been in network marketing for over 20 years, and I'm figuring everybody knows how to go to blockchain.info, go to the chart, go to the pie chart, find BitClub Network, go there, go to our mining wallet. It starts with 155. Literally at this exact moment, I'm gonna hit refresh. We have $146,754,000 sitting in that wallet right now at this very second. So in my 20 years of network marketing experience, and I've been a top level networker, having lines as big as 600,000 people in other companies, I've never been given access to one single bank account to see how much money any network marketing company ever had. And I'm pretty sure just about every single person on this call, maybe there's one, maybe there's two, that saw a bank account one time for a company they were rep with. Nobody had access. So companies can say whatever they want, but I don't know of anybody that is showing money like we show, that people can see how much, and that's one of many wallets. Like, I guess we could empty that wallet every day, but we don't. We leave it there to show everybody, hey, there's nothing to worry about. I've been working with a whole big team of guys. We have a whole team, lawyers, web developers, writers, editors, app builders, programmers, customer support reps, all under one roof. I guess you've seen support's gotten a lot better recently. So soon you're going to see all new websites, all new videos, everything translated. Everything looks beautiful. I wouldn't really say it's going to be a relaunch, but it's kind of, because everything's going to be brand new. Everything's going to be up to date. I think we probably have 3 to 4 months of like this runaround stuff with our power. And then after that, I don't see there being any more issues. Like, we'll be able to get power installed like on a regular basis, super fast. It's going to be a beautiful new world here very soon. So I'm not worried. I can say, like, we have tons of money. Like, money's not our issue at all. All the time people are like, well, just fix it. It's like, if $2 million fixed that, we could have it turned on tomorrow, we'd spend 2 million. We got plenty of money. Like, money's not an issue, zero issue. So, I mean, we're fine. It's just a pain in the ass because everybody has their expectations. And I understand them. I don't blame you. I really don't. But if you guys were in my position, you'd be dealing with the exact same thing, doing the exact same thing. That I promise.
Yeah, I mean the the question that most of the leaders definitely are getting at the moment is, why are the mining earnings so low? If this will be the mining earnings, for 1,000 days, I would lose money. But so people don't really understand the long-term aspect of it, nor
Right.
the track record.
So if one of your people would have been able to do a deal directly with Bitfury directly for $55 million. That's what we did. And we paid that money, I believe it was in September. At this moment, their $55 million would have made them back zero. Zero. If you'd have paid Bitfury directly. There's no Bitcoin miners on the planet that have their power turned on in 30 days. It does not exist. It's even Bitmain with equipment that they buy, hook up themselves, they have to pay the chip manufacturer and wait more than 30 days to get everything, install all the, like, nothing starts in 30 days. That's not a real thing. When we first started, we could get equipment in 14 days. Things were a lot faster then. Now the demand is so high, the waiting times are just ridiculous. But how much success would anybody have if they had to tell somebody, all right, you're going to pay today and your equipment's going to get turned on for you in 6 months? No one would sign up. So we have to start paying people 30 days. Even a lot of people complained about, oh, we're changing to 30 days. That's going to kill us. It's like, hey, what do you want us to do? We're waiting 3 and 4 months. Now we're waiting more than 6 months. Again, in the next few months, we're not going to have these issues anymore. And I'm not going to talk about why, because there's some stuff needs to stay secret. So when we have new people joining, so we got to start paying new people, but we don't have equipment getting turned on that's supposed to be turned on, it dilutes the pool. It's just the way it is. Again, if you'd have spent $55 million by yourself with Bitfury in September, at this exact moment, you would have $0 recouped back in your pocket as of right now. So it's easy to say, well, I could do this with some other company. All right. I can pretty much tell you, if you're doing it with somebody that's selling like we are, and they say that they can do something different that we're doing, and they can pay you way more than we're paying, and then they're magicians or they're liars, and I'm willing to guess liars because I've seen basically everybody come and go is a liar. That's why we've been here for 4 years and have no issues. We'll be here for another 4 years, 10 years, 20 years, because we do everything the right way. So is it bad right now? Yeah, the mining earners are terrible right now. They'll be better here in the very near future. But you also got to remember that 3 years ago, everybody said the mining earnings were terrible. 2 years ago, everybody said the mining earnings were terrible. When you guys first joined, I don't know, a little less than 2 years ago, probably a year and a half ago. How long ago did you guys join? Year and a half ago?
No, it's 1 year ago, actually. One year ago.
Yeah. So in a year, I don't know exactly what you would have made back on what you invested, but I'm figuring it's not horrible. And if you look at what a real business does, like if you open up a McDonald's or a Subway or a copy, like I got a guy, he just watched the the call I was on earlier, he saw it on Facebook Live. He texted me. This guy's in Indonesia. He invested $50,000 in a print shop 7 years ago. The business is running, doing good business, and so far he's made back $0 of his $50,000 investment. Made back zero. Most people that invest in normal businesses are looking to recoup their money, if they're lucky, in 5 years and then start making a profit after that. And here, because of all of the fucking scams, people are like, oh, this is so little. No, it's not. You're comparing it to fake, made up, lie, bull crap. Do we want it to be better? Sure, we want it to be better. But when people go, oh, in 1,000 days, I'm not going to make my money back. Well, if you're doing repurchases like we've been doing from the very beginning, we have people that have been in Bitclub Network way more than 1,000 days. And because of repurchases, they're still getting paid. They're getting paid on multiple shares, and they only bought one share, but they're getting paid on multiple shares. That stuff compounds over time. If you're adding up, hey, I only made, whatever, $2 today, I'm not going to make back my money. You're looking at this completely wrong. It's funny that there's people that said that 3.5 years ago, put in $3,600, went, this is garbage after a month, left, come back 3.5 years later, and are sitting with like $70,000, $80,000 in their back office going, is that really my money? It's really your money. Go do a withdrawal. They do a withdrawal. They're like, I really made that much money? You really made that much money. But they thought it was garbage and did zero, sponsored zero people. So I understand the way people look at it. This is a whole different thing that people are just not used to, and it's hard to wrap your mind around because everybody just wants to look at how much am I going to get today? Okay, times that by 1,000, how much do I make? But it doesn't work like that. Like it's literally compounding and compounding interest. It's not interest, but it's compounding because you're repurchasing, so you're getting more and more and more shares as we grow. So yeah, and I understand people don't understand it. I feel bad for the people that don't get it. Like there's people that joined Bitclub Network 4 years ago, bought a founder position, made a bunch of money, but did not work the business, and now cry literally tears because they're not multimillionaires, and they could have been if they would have just paid attention and not gone, oh, this isn't enough money for me. And now they're like, oh my God, this was the greatest thing ever. It was the best investment I could have ever put my money into. So people don't get it. I understand. It's just not a normal thing.
Yeah, and as I said before, we have been a lot of us have been reading the newsletters in depth, and of course understand that there has been some issue with the third parties when it comes to hooking up the hash power, the equipment. But to not go into details or anything, how long time do you personally think it will take before things will get hooked up and we will see some kind of change in terms of mining earnings?
Okay, well, we have 480 petahash that's floating with nowhere to go. So if you have a facility that can handle 65 megawatts, which is about how much power it takes to power a city of 5 million people. So 480 petahash is 65 megawatts. We need a facility that can handle that much. Right now, we have a few different that we think we're going to be able to close on here very soon. We've had 3 other places we thought we were going to close on, but those fell through. Now we have a few more places. So I'm not the guy working on those, but they're just, kind of keep me up to date. But if somebody has a gigantic warehouse that can handle that kind of power consumption, we're willing to negotiate a decent rate. We're ready to move in. So, it's stuff like that. We have the equipment, but the facility, it fell apart where everything got shipped to in Montana. Now we're basically I don't know if there's going to be a legal battle or not a legal battle, like if they're going to do what they said they were going to do. Because they owe us a bunch of money, because they owed us $50,000 a day for every day that it wasn't hooked up, sitting there. And then they wanted to fight us. And then again, this be an hour story of back and forth, like all these different things. So, and then the other power with Yoshi, that's close to another 1,000 petahash that's not hooked up. Now, some of that, most of that should already be hooked up, and Yoshi has been compensating us. We got one comp from him, and we did the one bump that one time. We're supposed to be getting another one from him really soon. But I have my speculation of what's going on, and that it's just cheaper for him to give us comps instead of turn the power on for us, because what we paid at the price of Bitcoin when we paid for the power compared to what people are paying for power now and where the price of Bitcoin is now, like it's a whole lot cheaper, we think, for him to give us comps than to just give us our power. But again, I'm speculating. I could be 1,000% wrong. I probably shouldn't even be saying that. But it's, what am I going to do? Like, I'm trying to be patient. So it's frustrating. And again, I understand. And we've been around for 4 years, and we've had people doubt us literally every single day for 4 years. And that's okay. I think most people realize by now that, myself and a lot of the other top guys that have been here from the very beginning, we all have more money than we can ever spend. We don't need to do this anymore. Like I could walk away right now and be just fine forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But I do calls like this and did one earlier. I literally handle stuff every single day. If you send me messages, you ever wait a day for me to respond? Like I help people all day, every day. And the only reason is because I want to help as many people get to where I am. That's it. So we're more transparent than any company. We have created more millionaires than any other company I know of, in any kind of recent history. I mean, my goal was always to make $5 million. And that way I could get an annuity, make 20 grand a month, not have to ever worry about money again. 20 grand a month, I can live on that, no problem. And in the past 3.5, 4 years, I probably have more than 100 people that have made more than $5 million, that have accumulated more than $5 million. The top 20 guys, it's scary how much money some of these guys have made. So, all of these people are still working Bitclub, not because they need money, just because they want to help everybody else make money. So if anybody, doubts Bitclub, it's really, I don't want to use the word stupid, but it just doesn't make any sense if you really start to think about it. Like, if anybody thinks I need another dollar from anybody to sign up in Bitclub Network, you're absolutely wrong. Like 0%.
But and we also have been talking a lot about the new back office that is coming up with new futures. We will have brand new material, a greater overview of the network.
Everything's going to be, like I said, it's almost like a new launch, because everything's going to be new. Everything.
And a time schedule.
The websites and videos are basically done. They're getting them all translated right now. Support is using the new admin panel, the version 2, the V2 back office for that. There's some stuff that there's info in version 1. So I use version 1 more than version 2. But soon everything will be over on version 2, and there'll be a lot more stuff in version 2. And then for the back office, there'll be just tons and tons of more new information. We've had a couple different Skype calls with like the top couple customer service reps, all the developers, myself, Catalan, a few other guys, just going through every feature that we want in version 2. So yeah, like when you go through your binary, people who are in your downline, not in your downline, you'll be able to see their ranks. In your level up, you'll be able to see everybody's ranks. You'll have a listing of how many people you have at whatever rank in your downline, your volumes, your this, your that, like every little, like it's going to be too much information. Like you'll track everything.
That's awesome. That's definitely something that we want. Let's see. Can I just bring up a few guys that have emailed me and would like to ask some questions?
Sure.
Fine. Let's see. I will start with Kevin, Mr. Kevin Sanchez from the Netherlands. Are you here, Kevin?
Yes. Good evening. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yo, what's up, Russ? Yo, Russ, thank you very much for this great opportunity. We just love Bitclub Network. And we all, as leaders, we see that things are not going the way we wish them to go, but we're doing this long term. Mm-hmm. And I believe that the only way to keep going forward is not to focus on the mining earnings, because that will come up, because I see the way you talk, that you're just as frustrated as all of us.
Yes.
So the best thing to do is actually keep networking, and that way we can compensate. I have a question in concerning to Iceland. We all really look forward to go to Iceland. Yes. And we discussed it's going to be somewhere in May. Can you give us some dates?
So there's not going to be one in May, because Yoshi got stuck in China for more than a month, saying he was like having to deal with emergencies. I don't know what that means exactly. And so people in Africa, people in Russia, and some other places, it takes them a lot longer to get visas, and he never gave me specific dates. So I couldn't set it up because we were going to do 3 days, 300 people a day. So now, last time I talked to him, still waiting to hear back from him. I was talking about doing September and doing 6 days, 300 people a day. So doing between 1,500 and 2,000 people in those 6 days. So we would set it up with the different groups to just, bang it out. Mm-hmm. I would be there the entire time, but like you guys, your group, you'd have, one of those days, and then, other groups, like we'd have the whole thing figured out. So I'm waiting on specific dates from Yoshi, and because we're not allowed to go in the facility without Yoshi. So Yoshi has to be there. So I can't pick dates. Yoshi has to give me the dates. And so I'm waiting to hear from Yoshi. And as soon as I know, then I'll start contacting the leaders going, okay, this is your date. Well, here's your dates you can choose from, and you can bring this many people, and we'll get the whole thing figured out. But great. I can't do that till I get dates from Yoshi.
Great. One more question, Russ. I remember Dubai. Dubai was the most crazy event organized by Bitclub itself. So we know that you said, hey, I'm not into doing any more events anymore. I don't want to do this, but it was like a boost for our business. Can we expect you arranging an event like we had in Dubai very soon again?
We're actually working on something right now. So still waiting to hear. Probably December though.
December.
Yeah, and not in Dubai. So trying to see if that's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. So I'm just waiting to hear back from a couple guys that were working on it. It was actually the Japanese team and the Korean team working together to set up an event, a really big one, because just Korea last year in December, that was 6,000 people. And then Japan, they only had 350 people, probably 350 people in Japan, but those were all master builders and above. It wasn't like just anybody, like it was only masters and above. So this year they both want to do really big events, but they don't want to do them in Japan or Korea. So they're trying to see about setting up a really big one for Macau. So maybe have something like 10 or 15,000 people. So I'm waiting on details from them that they're working on. So we shall see.
We'd love to. Thank you very much, Russ. And
Yeah.
let's go and make the most out of this. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kev. So I would like to bring up 3 people that sits together. Let's see if I can get them on here. Switch to active speaker. Irene, are you here?
We're here, all 3 of us, Irene, Udo, and me.
What's happening?
Hey guys, it's good.
How you guys doing?
We're in Sweden right now, doing a Scandinavian tour, as most of you guys probably know. Going to...
Sorry, we're doing a European tour, not only Scandinavia.
Sorry,
What's wrong with you?
yeah. So, yeah, positive people, they're fired up, and definitely focusing on the network marketing part. Because we all do have belief that everything will get solved, because we've seen the transparency from you, Ross, since day one, for us anyway. And we have very, very big confidence in what you guys are doing that we don't even know about. So, so yeah, we're fired up for sure. I think you covered a lot. Is there maybe some other people that wants to ask question? Mats maybe is on the call. Do you have any questions?
Can I talk about shortly? Hey guys, I hope you're fine. And like we said, we're on tour now. We spent a couple of days with Kevin together in Amsterdam, now 2 days here in Stockholm, a couple of more cities coming. And what I would like to address in this point is exactly what we said before. We should be more focused on the income from the network marketing, and this is what we're doing here. All that we have to see is when we go about mining, you buy a pool, you make maybe 1 or 2 or 3 Bitcoins, what you can do over the next 1,000 days through the mining. But you know, when you start to be focused on this one and you're not happy with the mining earnings, I just can recommend do this, whatever the network marketer is doing, build your teams and help your team to grow. Because what you miss out a lot of Bitcoins, a lot of Bitcoin cash every day when you do not build your team. So, you know, it's what I do not understand. People crying, sorry, sometimes I'm a bit direct. People crying about 2 Bitcoins, what you do not make maybe in 1,000 days. But when you compare this business, what we are doing, compared with any other business, like Ross said before, you buy a product and the product never makes money for you. It takes you ages maybe to get it back. Go to Herbalife, go to Ember, wherever you go, you buy products. The products never makes money for you. Guys, let's see the product just as a product and let the product stay. People joining network marketing because they want to make some money with the networks. They want to make money and build the teams. So be focused on making some money. Start to make just a 1 Bitcoin a month, a $10,000 a month. From 1 Bitcoin, you spend $5,000 and you save for half a Bitcoin. You know, you save 6 Bitcoins in a year. In 3 years, where we do the mining, you can have up to 20 Bitcoins. You know, compare 2 Bitcoins what you make with the mining, or 20 Bitcoins what you lose with the network because you focus on crying or focus on the mining income. So really, that's guys, network is our business. Network is this what we're doing. See the product is the only product in the world where people can buy, and the product doesn't cost anything. Go to whatever network marketing company. You have to buy every month some money, some product. You need to be qualified. You need to active every month. Here you buy 1 product. You leave the product. Don't think about the product for the next 3 months, and then just start to build the network, start to build it up and start to do something really unique. I'm sure everyone from us, I'm super hungry about myself. I know David El Dib. David is a friend of mine since 1996. He offered me the business 4 years ago, and I've been stupid enough to not joining in. I joined somewhere else in, and now I really regret it. And I don't want to miss any second anymore to build the network, to build the teams. This guy makes hundreds of thousands of coins, maybe all together, maybe thousands of coins. And this is what a single person can do. Guys, this is what I mean. We are missing out. We are missing out a lot of coins just waiting for better mining earnings. So see it as a product, what we're doing. We're doing network. Network means building people, building teams. That's why we go on tour. We have crazy success over in Asia. We did just on the weekend an event. One of our partners started, Richard Castillo, he started 4 weeks ago, approximately 4 weeks ago. We made an event today in down in Venezuela with more than 400 people in. guys, all active, all people are paid, and all focus about one thing: network. Build a team, build a network, and make money. And this is what we should go for. We're still networkers, guys, and this is what I just wanted to say here. And if you have more questions, come to one of our places where we are. We're going to Oslo, we're going to Göteborg, we're going to Copenhagen, we go to Budapest, we go to Zagreb. So we have a couple of places where we go for. End of the month, I'm going to Las Vegas sound. So maybe if Joe is back from Manila, I guess Joe is somewhere around, maybe we're going to see him up in Los Angeles again. Guys, the business is so crazy, and we should be focused on this, what we do, and this is what we can and what we do. I'm sure Ross is pushing hard. Russ is really pushing hard to get it done, to get the things done. But what we have to see is, we are not a small company. We are an industry. So Bitclub Network, I see Bitclub Network as an industry. We have now, when I'm right, with a petahash, what we're running now, we have more than 50,000 miners running. 50,000 machines are running. So when we miss, and we run only on a 500 petahash, so we have 1,500 petahash more to go. This means we talk about 150,000 miners where we have to install somewhere. Hey guys, this kind of place we don't find around the corner. Like we said, we need electricity for a city for around about 5 million people. Do you think somewhere
that's 500 petahash is a city of 5 million?
Yeah, you know, guys, we do not find these places just somewhere around the corner. That's need to be done. And if we set it up today and we have to close it tomorrow because power is not enough what we do, we get again injured. So I'd rather wait a month or 2 or 3 months more. And when we have it done, we settle it, and we just fly, and we rocket fly. We go to the moon, and the value from the coin goes also to the moon, guys. We can pass the moon, we can go straight away to the Mars. Guys, that's the best way to do it. So that's all for me. I wish you all the best. Want to see you all soon on our tour. Love you all.
Yeah.
I would like to.
What Hugo said is 100% correct. And people that joined 4 years ago and did absolutely nothing made probably 18 Bitcoin from buying a founder position, like in their pocket. But if I would have made 18 Bitcoin in the past 4 years, or if Joe or David or any of these guys that started at the beginning and took this serious and ran hard, if we would have only made 18 Bitcoin, we want to kill ourselves. Like some of these guys in Bitclub, there's people in Bitclub Network that have made 7,000 Bitcoin. People have made, I don't even want, like 1,000 Ethereum from the GPUs. Like, it's crazy, like how much money some of these people have made. And it wasn't from the mining, it was from building a business. And if you talk to any person that joined Bitclub Network 3 years ago, 2 years ago, you cannot find one unhappy person. 0 people. Everybody's happy. So, I mean, like you said, a network marketing company, you buy your, like my mom was a Mary Kay for many years. There's a Mary Kay convention going on at the hotel I'm staying at right now. That's why I made me think of it. And like those products, people buy those products. Yeah, you put them on, but if you buy them and you don't sign up anybody in your downline, those products don't make you any money. We're buying literally money printing machines. These machines are printing money for us 24 hours a day. And people go, oh, it's not printing enough. It will. Just relax.
I have one guy that have a very that has a question here, which said that he needs the answer to the only real question. So I will bring him online. The only real question.
Okay.
Joe, are you here?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So my question is, why would you invest in Bitclub's mining operation if you don't minimum break even BTC wise? We have Merlin's mining account that mines for 2 years now, and he only made like 30% back BTC wise. So in my opinion, why is it better to hold than to mine the Bitcoins?
Okay, so you're looking at a snapshot in time. So what does it look like from 4 years ago? You don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so when we started Bitclub Network, the price of Bitcoin was at about $550. It had already been at 1,200 and it was coming down. It was at 550. And so if you would have just bought Bitcoin at 550, held your Bitcoin, did nothing, went down to 170 and stayed in the low 200s for about a year and a half. And then about a year and a half later, maybe a little more than a year and a half, it finally came back to where you would have been back to even, where people were with BitClub making Bitcoin the whole time. So at 550, you would have put in about 7.5 Bitcoin for a founder position. Those founder positions have made 18 Bitcoin. So for the snapshot of the last 4 years, it was way better to invest the money into mining than to just buy and hold. The time you're looking at, because if you look at the beginning of 2017, Bitcoin was at about 1,000, came down a little bit. I guessed that Bitcoin would be at 3,000 by the end of 2017. I was wrong. It went to 20,000. Since then, it's come back down to 6. So if you would have heard about Bitclub Network in January of 2017, it would have been way better for you to invest your money into buying Bitcoin and holding Bitcoin, not getting involved in mining. If you would have found out about Bitclub Network in November or December of 2017, and you would have just bought and held Bitcoin, Bitcoin was at 20,000, almost 20,000, and now it's come back down. When it's going to go back to 20,000, I don't know. It may be the next 3 months, maybe in 6 months, maybe in 2 years. I don't know that information. So if you're just looking at a snapshot, yes, in that snapshot, it was better. That's why I'm all in when it comes to cryptocurrency, but I'm not all in on only mining.
Okay.
I hold Bitcoin Cash, I hold Ethereum, I hold Clubcoin, I hold some other cryptocurrencies. I also mine Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and some other cryptocurrencies. I'm all in with mining and holding. I don't have gold, I don't have real estate, I don't have bonds, I don't have stocks. I'm just all in over here, but I'm very diversified in the holding and the mining. So
Okay.
next 2 years, what's going to be better? I don't know. So I do both.
Okay, that's an awesome explanation. So I've got one I think easy question to answer. The question is there anyone in Bitclub that invested BTC wise and made more out of the mining, just the mining, than when he started?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you would have started when we started Bitclub Network, price of Bitcoin was at like 550.
Yeah.
So it cost you about 7 Bitcoin for a founder position. And a founder position from when we started has put over 18 Bitcoin back in your pocket.
Okay. Yeah, that's the answer I needed. Okay, thank you. And I've got a lot of investors, so not networkers, and they are really asking for the proof of payment of the equipment, and yeah, they
proof of payment of the equipment. What do you mean?
Yeah. So if the equipment is bought.
Okay, so if you go to blockchain.info, you can see that we're mining Bitcoin. You can see our name on there. We can't fake that, and we can't do it without owning equipment. Now, if you want to see payments that were made, generally whenever we pay for equipment, we do it from that mining. So when people are joining Bitclub Network, we have a lot of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash coming in. That's what we use generally for paying out commissions and even mining earnings. But for buying equipment, which it's just Bitcoin in, Bitcoin out, generally for buying equipment, we do from that wallet. So if you go back through the history of that wallet, you'll see coming in all the time, newly generated coins, newly generated coins, newly generated coins, newly generated coins. And generally those blocks are, 12 and a half, 13, 14, 15, 16 Bitcoin for coming in. When things are going out, you'll normally see big transactions like 4,000 Bitcoin going out, because that's us paying for orders for mining equipment.
Okay. Yeah, that's also a great great one. Thank you.
Yep.
Let's see. I think we're kind of done. We covered most of the questions that we usually have.
Sorry, Max. I've got one question. Is Dean here? Hi, Ross. Hi, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Just quick question about the huge compensation plan that you promised on the 4th, which is about to hit the account on the 4th of May. And on the 4th of May, you said you're going to receive a huge compensation for the missing.
I did not say that. Okay, so you guys know I do not write the updates. So,
right.
When it comes to facilities and equipment, I do not deal with those people. One of the other guys does that. So yes, we get comps from Yoshi. I don't know how much it's for, so that was said, but I have not been told yet how much I don't know if we got it from Yoshi yet, and I keep telling them, do not say how much something is until it's actually in our hands. So I don't know how much it is. I have no idea. So I'm not the guy that does that. So I'm the wrong guy to ask, but I'm sure it'll get done soon, but I don't know how much it's going to be for, or what date exactly it will be sent out. I always tell them, look, just get it, send it, then tell everybody that you sent it. Don't tell them you're going to send it ahead of time, because if you don't send it on time, then I look like I'm the bad guy and I had nothing to do with it.
Russ, it's Tom Christian S. Hello?
Can you hear you? Say it again?
Guys, this is really not how it works. I've got many questions on my email. We cannot have 140 people that is just unmuting their microphone. And Dean, everything is fine, but I don't know the other people that is now starting to unmute their microphones. But it's a great question, Dean. By the way, it said in the newsletter, so it's good to get. It was good to get some kind of explanation on that. I know personally that it's not you handling it, but it's very important for everyone to hear. I guess that the compensation for one pool one at least was ×4 the actual mining earnings from the previous day. So we got a ×4 in terms of Bitcoins that specific day.
See, you guys got to understand, since we started Bitclub Network, I've never looked at the mining earnings. I don't think has ever looked at the mining earnings. We just don't look at that stuff. So when Bitcoin comes in, when we mine Bitcoin, whatever it averages out at for the day, we put that in the system and it divides it between all the shares. It's just that simple. How much it comes out to each day, I just don't pay attention to it. So don't hate me for that. It's just I just don't pay attention to that. But you got to also understand, I was in a nutritional network marketing company, and at that time, I smoked cigarettes, drank Mountain Dew every day, and had the worst eating habits. But it was, weight loss and stuff for bone density, and people used to give me a hard time and say, how can you be selling nutritional products when you're the most unhealthy person? I'm like, I don't care about the products. I'm here to make money. People say the products are good, so I sell them and tell everybody the products are good. They like the products. They keep buying them. I make a lot of money. With this, I know if people invest their money in this, we're going to be mining Bitcoin for a long time. I know unless the price of Bitcoin drops down to, $20 or $50, as long as that doesn't happen, nobody can lose their money. And I believe that Bitcoin's going to the moon. So I put $25,000 in the stock market, a nice safe investment. In 4 months, my 25,000 turned into 15 cents. I was the worst day trader in the history of day trading. I lost everything. Any investment anybody puts their money in, they can lose everything. Seriously, they can lose everything. In Bitclub Network, in Bitcoin mining on your own, in buying Bitcoin and buying Ethereum or anything else, the prices of stuff could go to zero. You could lose all your money. That is possible. That is a real thing. I don't believe it. That's why I'm so all in on everything crypto. 99 point whatever percent of my assets are all in crypto, whether it's holding crypto or mining crypto. Like, I'm all in with that. And so side here is so massive, so massive. So if I could lose my money anywhere, and what's my upside in the stock market? Double my money in 3 years? Like, that's my upside, double my money in 3 years. Where in crypto, we've had people in 3 years more than quadruple, 10x, 20x their money. Literally from Bitcoin mining, doing nothing, sponsoring 0 people. So when I look at what's the worst that can happen compared to what's the best that can happen, I just don't see anything better to put my money into than this. So I don't feel bad telling anybody about this. And if anything, people are mad at me that I didn't force them and pressure them more into joining Bitclub Network. But I just kept moving, went through the numbers, and people that said no, see ya. And now they're coming back going, why didn't you make me listen to you? Like, sorry, you know, so I just hope people don't miss it.
Well, I think that we got a lot of clarity, a lot of good questions. Thank you, Joey, for that question as well. I guess that was very important for many people on the call, and especially get an update of where we are right now and where we're heading. As you said, in a couple of months, things will most probably look very, very different to what it is now. And if we can,
in the next 60 days. Everything's going to look completely different. I'm just talking about just on the mining side. Next 3 to 4 months, it'll be a whole new world.
Well, I think we should end with those words. And we're all looking forward to go to Iceland. So I know you will send to me, or Yoshi will send as soon as he have anything. So 1 hour almost. This webinar is recorded as well and will be sent out to the leaders. So we thank you very much for your time, Ross. And the founders tour that we have will continue to a couple of more destinations. And the rest of us will definitely continue to crank over soon. So thank you for your time, Ross, and we'll definitely see you soon.
Thanks.
All right, bro. All right, you guys. You guys have a good night.
Welcome, guys. See you in Norway tomorrow.
See you.